Let's see how to install Unity on Ubuntu 22.04. First, I want to emphasize that Ubuntu 22.04 doesn't officially support Unity. I don't really know the reasons behind this decision, but I can tell you that there is one obvious problem that probably has to do with this lack of support. So the thing is that Unity relies on a package that was part of the Ubuntu 20.04 repository. This package came pre-installed with this version of Ubuntu 20.04. Now this package is not part of the Ubuntu 22.04 repository, and Ubuntu 22.04 doesn't come with this package pre-installed. Ubuntu 22.04 has some other related packages, but not this specific package. So what do we do with that? So one approach is to not use Ubuntu 22.04, but to use Ubuntu 20.04 for Unity development, and this approach is completely possible and valid. If we do insist on using Ubuntu 22.04, however, it can be done, but it does mean that we will have to install this package that I talked about manually. It's not complicated, it's a matter of a minute or so, but we do have to do it ourselves. So let's see how we can do it. Let's open the web browser. And let's navigate to packages.ubuntu.com. That's where we're going to find the package that's missing. And here I'm going to look for libssl 1.1. That's the name of the package that we're going to need. And by default, we only see results for this version of Ubuntu, Kinetic. And of course, for this version, we don't get any results for our search, because obviously it's not there for this version of Ubuntu. What we need to do is change to Focal, which is the code name for Ubuntu 20.04. And here it can be found. Here it is. So let's click on the link. And here I choose AMD 64. And here is the download link itself. And we get a warning that this file is a potential security risk, but in this case we know what we're doing, so it's okay. Let's download this file anyway. And it was downloaded to our downloads folder. So let's open the terminal in this folder. And now we're going to manually install this deb package that we're missing. Great, so it was installed, and now we can move on to installing Unity Hub. So let's get back to the web browser, then navigate to unity.com. And I'll choose download. And if we scroll down a bit, we can find here instructions for Linux. And here we can find 3 easy steps that we need to follow, and that's about it. So let's start with copying the first one, and make sure that you do not copy the $sign. Okay, so if I copied it, it would not work, so I don't copy it. And this is what I need to copy over to the terminal. And let's do the same thing for the second step. And now we need to run sudo apt update. And now we can move on to installing Unity Hub itself. And it's done, and Unity Hub was installed to our computer. Yet, if we now open the Start menu and look for Unity Hub, we cannot find it. But if we reboot the computer, it will sort itself out. So let's do that. So the computer was restarted, and if we now look for Unity Hub, we can find it, and we can run it, and it works.